The Young and the Restless Spoilers. In the unpredictable and treacherous world of Genoa City, no one's life ever seems to stay peaceful for long. Just when it seems that Summer's heart is beginning to heal, new forces come crashing in, threatening to shatter her life once again. Alone, broken, and desperate for answers, Summer finds herself in a dark corner of her life, unaware of the dangerous players lurking in the shadows. Summer's struggle with loneliness and betrayal. Summer's life has been one of constant ups and downs, each new day a reminder of the turbulence she's had to endure. After Kyle's betrayal, everything Summer thought she knew about love and trust was thrown into chaos. He had chosen Claire, a decision that, although painful for Summer, seemed to be the logical one for Kyle. His love for Claire was undeniable, pure, and irreplaceable. Yet, Summer's heart ached, for the love she had for Kyle was also real, and it felt impossible to let go. The emotional turmoil of being abandoned by the man she thought she would spend her life with had left Summer feeling empty and confused. She felt isolated from those she once loved and from the world around her. The constant pressure to live up to everyone's expectations had drained her to the point of exhaustion. Summer wasn't sure who she was anymore or what she wanted out of life. She just wanted the pain to stop. In a moment of weakness, Summer sought solace in the bottle, drowning her sorrow in alcohol as she sat alone in a dimly lit bar, her thoughts clouded by grief and confusion. It wasn't just the pain of Kyle's rejection, it was the realization that she could no longer figure out how to fit into the life she once thought was hers. The unwelcome intruders, Jordan and Ian's dangerous plan. As Summer sat there, lost in her misery, she failed to notice the two figures who had silently entered the bar, their presence masked by the shadows. Jordan, now an ex-convict who had somehow managed to escape her life behind bars, was no stranger to manipulation and deceit. Ian Ward, her partner in crime, was equally as dangerous. Together, they were a deadly force that had the potential to destroy everything in their path. Their motivations, hidden beneath layers of complexity, were rooted in their shared obsession with vengeance. For Jordan, Summer represented an obstacle in her pursuit of revenge, a pawn in a much larger, more sinister game. Jordan's resentment toward Claire and her family had driven her to dangerous extremes, and Summer, with her connection to Kyle, was now in her sights. The two criminals saw an opportunity in Summer's fragile state. Ian and Jordan carefully approached her, knowing that the drunken young woman would be easy to manipulate. Summer, too intoxicated to recognize the danger, welcomed their conversation, unaware that these seemingly harmless strangers were plotting her downfall. It wasn't until she had sobered up slightly that Summer noticed something was off. When she looked up at Jordan, her heart skipped a beat. The woman she thought was locked away in prison, Jordan, was standing right in front of her. It didn't make sense. How was she free? Why was she here? Summer's instincts screamed at her to scream for help, but before she could even think about reacting, Ian was already pulling out a gun, pointing it directly at her head. His voice was calm, cold, as he whispered, "If you scream, Summer, I'll make sure you don't get the chance to do it again. Understand?" The chill in his tone was enough to freeze Summer's blood. She nodded silently, her body frozen with fear. The fear of death, the terror of facing someone who was willing to kill her without hesitation, paralyzed Summer. She had no choice but to comply, as Jordan and Ian's plan quickly began to unfold. The kidnapping, what is Jordan's endgame? Why would Jordan go to such extreme lengths to kidnap Summer? After all, Summer was never directly involved in the feud between Jordan and Claire. Yet, to Jordan, every action is part of a grander strategy, a series of moves leading to a singular, twisted goal. The kidnapping of Summer is not just an act of revenge against Claire, but a calculated step in breaking Kyle. By taking Summer, someone who still means something to Kyle, Jordan hopes to drive him to the edge. With Claire's happiness already under threat and Kyle's own emotional turmoil swirling, Jordan intends to create an unthinkable amount of chaos. Jordan's endgame is clear, she wants to completely dismantle the life Kyle has begun to rebuild with Claire. By putting Summer's life in danger, Jordan believes she can force Kyle into making desperate choices that will further fracture his relationship with Claire. If Kyle's world unravels completely, if he loses those he loves most, Jordan believes she can have the revenge she craves, and perhaps even control the fates of those around her.